How are you at asking for help? Something's not going well. Are you okay with speaking up and saying, hey, I could use a little help over here? Call a friend and get a little input. Are you good at that? Or is that something that you're kind of reluctant to do? I hear you. I have a measure of reluctance as well. But boy, I've discovered it's super helpful whenever, especially in relationships, there's an impasse. There are opposing opinions and strong emotions, and the stakes are high when a crucial conversation is needed, and it's not going very well. It's not a bad idea to call a friend. This is the advice that Jesus gives in Matthew chapter 18. Jesus says that if a fellow brother or sister hurts you, go and tell him. If he listens, go and tell him. If he listens, then work it out between the two of you, and you've made a friend. If he won't listen, this is the next part, verse 16. Tell one or bring one or two others, so that in the presence of witnesses you will keep things honest and try again. I want to make a couple observations about this 16th verse, this second step, if you will, in a crucial conversation. So, one thing we should know, which for a lot of folks, it breaks down right here. They try one time to talk about it, and if it doesn't go well, they just stop talking about it. They just give up. They write the person off. They say they're stubborn, they're bullheaded, they're the villain, and they walk away. I don't know how many people I've heard say that some family member, some coworker, some person they used to be close to, they're not even speaking with anymore. What a travesty. These folks are falling prey to exactly what Satan wants: to kill, steal, and destroy. He's killing a relationship. He's stealing intimacy. He's destroying community. That's what he wants to do. So when we take the words of Jesus honestly and seriously, and possibly use them as a way to say, I don't think I've got the skills to reconcile this relationship. I get too emotional. I get too flooded. I go into fight or flight. Then maybe it's time to ask for help. Ask for help. Jesus wants us to be skilled. But until we're skilled, it's valuable to know others who are skilled that can come by our side. This is exactly what Jesus wants us to do. Couple observations about this. Jesus wants us to ask for help. Observation 1. Observation 2, Jesus wants us to want facts. Facts, yes, to keep things honest. He doesn't want us just to extrapolate our own story or to even accept the other person's story as fact. He wants us to look at the facts, to keep things honest. And there is some honest telling of our own story and honest hearing of the other person's story. But in that, we want to evaluate to make sure our stories match the facts. Remember Matthew 7:3? First, take the log out of your own eye. The fact is, you might be addressing something in somebody else's eye when the whole time there's a log in your own eye. Guess what? That one or two other parties that come to hear about the hurt, they're not coming so you can gang up on the other guy. They're coming to keep things honest for both guys. They're not coming to gang up you and your friends, but for all of you to submit to one another to find what is true. The last little phrase in verse 16 says, and try again. Wonderful, right? How often do we try once, but we don't try again? Jesus wants us to keep on trying. Is there a relationship that you have that in some way has been injured, hurt, alienated, and you maybe have done step 1, but you've never done step 2. Today, I hope you'll prayerfully consider a step 2 and ask for help. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.